We're at the waterfront in downtown Oslo. Let's go have a look and see what's good around here.
When we first got to Norway, we were thrilled by the Christmas markets. But pretty soon we found out that they're kind of everywhere and not really as exciting as we thought originally. However, as a YouTube viewer who probably doesn't live in a Nordic country, maybe you can appreciate the roasted chestnuts and mulled wine and animal skins. Everything costs almost $1 million, or krone in Norway, so mostly we just spend our time walking around Christmas markets pretending we're in Costco trying to find free samples. But don't even think about the really perfect, I promise I wear them every day, no Dennis, I swear they'll fit in my backpack, reindeer slippers that cost pretty much our projected food budget for the next 2.5 weeks. So instead we made do with our free samples and jumping around in Christmas forests that were actually just made for children.
Welcome to Oslo, a city of 500,000 inhabitants, which is one of the cleanest and most progressive in all of Europe.
Apparently Norway has the highest number of Teslas per capita of any other country, mostly due to subsidies and other things that I don't understand. One activity that we actually paid for and did in Oslo was a tour of the Opera House. But then we somehow lost all of our footage, like a couple of amateurs. So we got to stay with this adorable little Georgian/Norwegian family. Sophie is the 2.5-year-old and we trained her to make coffee for us, of course. And Brigit, who was nice enough to let us live in our apartment for a few days.
We're here at Vigeland Sculpture Park, which is one of the most fantastic attractions in all of Oslo. It's totally free and there's about 100 naked sculptures. This is David. I'm privileged to call him a brother and a friend. He was an exchange student that lived with my family when I was 10 and he was 15, and it's safe to say we've both grown up a lot since then. This artist has a particular fondness for nudity, which is evidenced by the more than 100 free-balling sculptures displayed throughout this park.
So it's a beautiful park, and they have beautiful sculptures, but, I mean, why?
One of the most spectacular things you can do in Norway is just sit and take it all in. Totally free and mesmerizing. These statues here commemorate Captain Amundsen and his crew, who were the first crew to reach the South Pole in 1911.
Part of the reason Norway is so prosperous is because of their abundance of oil. They are the 8th largest exporter in crude oil and the 9th largest in refined oil. So presumably, they take the proceeds and buy Teslas. Smart people.
Cycling is one of our favorite ways to stay fit while we're on the road. Norwegian graffiti, which y'all know about that.
So riding bikes in a country or city you don't know is really cool and good for exercise, blah blah blah. But I also kind of think it's just a faster way of getting lost. The time we got off the bus in Sweden, we have been traveling on the road for 2 months. Therefore, we did nothing in Sweden except sit in coffee shops, pretend to be productive. Are we bad travelers? I don't care. So we did go to Leesburg, or Leesburg.
Hold on for a second, pause right there. This is Giorgi, David's brother. It was the first time we met him, and I'm so glad we went to Sweden to do so. He's a world-class chef, he has an awesome beard, and he has an encyclopedic knowledge of film.
Really cool little mini Swedish amusement park. Anyway, pretty much everything is the same as our amusement parks at home. They have swings and lights and rides and bumper cars, but there's one important difference. Look at this candy bar. Sweden really understands the concept of a fun-sized candy bar. If I'm really gonna enjoy myself while I eat it, it needs to take me more than 10 seconds to finish it. Also, these reindeer are really cool to ooh and ah over, but then across the way, they have reindeer sausage and reindeer skins.